Okay, guys, welcome to part two of how to make your own digital greeting cards. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you the websites that I use the most, along with the program that I like to use when designing my my greeting cards. So, one of the sites that I use absolutely the most is this website here, Creative Fabrica. This is an amazing website, graphics website. And I love it because not only does it have tons of fonts, but it has tons of graphics that you can use and backgrounds. I definitely like using it for their backgrounds. Um, there are um tons of designers here, and one of the things that I like about this particular website is that they have a subscription service included, and I am a part of that. And so for, I think it's like $29.99 a month, you get access to basically their entire library. Whatever you don't have access to, it's because that particular designer did not want their designs to be a part of that program. But for the most part, most of the designers that participate are on here, and they have new uploads every single day. Um, that you can get. So so these are some of my favorite. Like, there's so much in here that I usually will go in, check out the my designers that I have selected, the ones that I like, the ones that I follow, and then I'll just put their designs that I see in my favorites just so I can go back, because I really love, especially like the designer papers here, these backgrounds. These are absolutely gorgeous, and I just love working with them. And so for $29 a month, it is very much so worth it because of all of the access that you have to graphics, fonts, sayings for t-shirts and mugs, everything. So this is a wonderful site to join. My other site that I love to use for graphics, now she is also on Creative Fabrica and another site that I'm going to share with you, which is Pretty Graphic. You can find her on Etsy, you can find her on Creative Fabrica. So a lot of these graphic design sites that you can download from, she is pretty much on there. But I actually joined her website because I wanted lifetime access. She has some of the most cutest graphics that I've ever seen. And a lot of the people that I follow because not only do they have, um, like, white characters, I guess you can say, but they also cater to African American, Latino, Asian. So, it's pretty diverse. So that's why I like to sign up with a lot of these companies. So like for right now, like she has over 40,000 graphics, and so these are the websites that you can find her on. So you can find her on Design Bundles, Creative Market, Etsy, Creative Fabrica, The Hungry JPEG, um and stuff. But for $119, you can get lifetime access, and that includes commercial rights to her designs. So you can sell your products with her designs and have the permission to do so. Um, Sometimes this 119 is a very good price. It changes from time to time. So this is currently like a flash sale that's going on. But I know when I got mine, I think I paid either 179 or I paid the 199. But either way, you definitely can get your money's worth, because you have access to her entire library plus her new designs for life. Okay, so the next designer that I love is Designs by Amada. Now, a lot of her designs cater to African American, Afro Latina. That's why I love her so much. I mean, just look, she does some amazing, amazing work. So you're going to definitely find your wonderful African American imageries here. Some of her stuff can be a bit expensive, but I tell you, especially if you get her bundles, it's worth the money in the graphics because her work is absolutely amazing. Sometimes with her stuff, you do have to be a little careful and keep note of what you have, because sometimes it seems like certain bundles get reposted eventually, and then you buy it and you're like, hold on, I already bought this. But like I said, she has some of the most amazing work. So a lot of times when I buy from her, I'm buying her bundles. Um just because I find that to be the most cost effective um for her stuff. And I mean, like, the prices that she had for you, like, this is worth $50, but you could get it for 25. Her work alone, honestly, is worth that higher price. So you're really getting a great deal when you purchase her graphics. So I order from her graphics from her website. I also she's on Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, and for $5 a month you get, like, throughout the month, at least 2 or 3 times a month, you get exclusive graphics from her. She's also on Patreon. That one I do back and forth. I do it when I want to do it, depending on what's out there. But you could definitely find her on Etsy also. And like, this is one of the graphic bundles that I bought recently. I mean, because look, I mean, just look at her work. This stuff is amazing. And if you use, I like to use Photoshop, so I know how to clean up a lot of the work. It was something that I made recently. I wonder if this is it. I don't remember. This may not be the bundle, but I was able to clean it up and just grab what I wanted from the image. Um, but yeah, like I said, she's amazing. My other person I love is Muchka. I think I'm pronouncing it right. She is from Canada, but once again, she's another multi-ethnicity, multiracial designer. And so her Muchka Clip Arts, the website, you could definitely find her also on Etsy. Um, her work. So if you do the Muchka Clip Arts, it's more catered to like children clip art. But she has a new line that is called Muchka Chic. And this is that. And this one I think you can only find on Etsy. It may be on here, and but I just know it off of Etsy. But these are her more adult images, and once again, gorgeous, gorgeous work. I love, then she also caters to the sorority, so she does a lot of sorority colors. So she does a lot of the pink and greens, the red and white, blue and gold, blue and white. Now the one thing you're gonna notice with a lot of these designers, you're gonna get a lot of female imagery, and so that's the one thing I was talking about, like in my first video. I do a lot of the digital stuff because the people look like people, and they look like what they're supposed to look like as far to when we're talking about ethnicity. Um and so that's why I love working with them, especially when I want cards with people on it. So next is, who's this one? This one is called, she is on Etsy, Art Queen. I don't know if she's anywhere else. I just been able to find her from Etsy, and a lot of times it'll tell you where they're from. So she is from there. Um, and the one thing that you would notice, a lot of these designers, especially these ones who does amazing work doing human artwork, they're not here in the States. They most likely live in Europe and in Canada. They live in other countries, but their work is so amazing. um so like one of the cards that I showed on my previous video, this is the set that I used. um and they give, and what I like about it is that they give you different variations of the same people. So if you want her to have pink hair, blonde hair, you can. You want her to have short hair, depending on the skin color, if you want them darker or lighter. um she'll give you that. But these ones are supposed to be mostly African American. um Once again, I do cater, not that I just cater to African American, but we want things that look like us. So that's why these are the people that I shop with. So my last Etsy shopper that I absolutely love, and you can definitely go to town on their work, is called Feathers with Style, and that she is out of Romania. And let me tell you something, her work is absolutely amazing. I think I own almost every single piece of artwork that she does. Um, so these ones popped up, I think, today. Um, it just depends on what I'm looking for and what I want to do. Like, they look like teenagers, but I like this here, I don't really care for. But look at the work. And she does the same thing. She does a lot of multi races, and then gives you different color options. So that's why I love them. I mean, their work is just, it's amazing. And they do a lot of sorority inspired graphics also. But like, look at this. If you want to make some cards for the fall, look at that. Just amazing. You just have all the different options. So like, these ones are put together, but some of their artworks, they'll give you like the body, and you can mix match the hair, mix match the little accessories that they may have. So that's, they give you that option too. So the last company is Design Bundles. I don't use them as often as I used to, mainly because when I discovered Creative Fabrica, like I said, Creative Fabrica has the membership. They have a membership that I belong to for $7.99. But what that gives you access to, that only gives you access to their plus files. So this program here. So you can only use your points, which I have a lot of, on the items within this part of the website. So it's limited. You don't have access to all of their website. But you can definitely still find wonderful bundles and things here. They have some items that are reasonably priced. But like I said, one of the things that I do is, like, for example, like this bundle is $19. This is a mega craft bundle. I will go back on Creative Fabrica, see if this bundle is there also, because if it is, I know underneath Creative Fabrica, I don't have to pay anything. So why spend $19 when I know I could get it for free? Well, not necessarily free. I'm paying for it, but you definitely get your money's worth at Creative Fabrica. Like this one here, the wonderful graphics bundle. I know this one was on Creative Fabrica, so I would never pay for something that I know I can get over there. Okay, so yeah, so those are the websites that I mostly gravitate to when I am designing my cards. The last thing I want to show you is that I use Photoshop. You can use Canva, and I'm pretty sure there's other websites out there, but I love to use Photoshop because this was honestly the first program that I learned, and I picked it up pretty quickly. I know a lot of people have a lot of hard time with Photoshop, and they say that it's hard, but with any program, you just have to take the time to know it. If there's a course that you can take, to teach you the program, you can definitely do that. But this is just the first program that I use, and the main reason is because when I started using Photoshop, um, when I do my treat designs, I like to see mock-ups to see what something is going to look like. And so Photoshop was pretty much the only program that allowed me to do that. There are ways to do it. I heard like with other programs, but I honestly don't like how they look. It doesn't look as realistic as they do on Photoshop, and Photoshop gives you the more professional look of things. And so that's why I like to use it. Photoshop it is affordable. I think they have actually, let's see, because let's go to Adobe. Okay, so um underneath Adobe, here goes their plans and pricing. You can get Photoshop and Lightroom for $9.99 a month. You can get their whole apps for $52 a month. You really don't need that. A lot of times with this, you can find specials where they give it to you half off, and that's basically what I do. And then there are times like when you're ready, when they give it to you at that price, you do have to sign up and commit for a year. But after the year is up, what I usually have done is canceled, and then they'll be like, hey, we'll give you another year. So that's one way to get around it. Like, I know if you are a teacher, you can get Photoshop for $20 a month. If you are a student, and I think for their student membership, you have to be in college, because it requires an institutional affiliation, so I think it has to be in college. So when I originally signed up for Photoshop, I was in college, so getting another I was in another degree program, and so that's when I signed up for Photoshop. So I was able to get it at a cheaper price. And then you definitely don't want to ever have to use that unless you are a big time business. But yeah, but I usually get, there's ones that's bundles. Let me see, do they still have the bundles? Okay, so they do change this up often. Because sometimes you were able to get like Photoshop and Illustrator together for $29. But it looks like now it's just everything is just is separate. But let's see, hold on. Graphic design. So these are all your graphic designs. So yeah, so like the Creative Cloud is probably, depending on what you're going to be using, is the most reasonable, because I do use Photoshop and Illustrator the most. So for all of that, you might as well just get the all apps, and then you can learn and learn the other apps. So okay, so that is all that I have for this part, and then we're going to actually get into designing a greeting card. So alrighty guys.